SLR, SLR, SLR.
What's good?
Back at it, another episode of Showing Love, regardless.
Yeah, how was your week, man?
Hey, man, good, man. We getting some good weather out here in LA.
Yeah, it was hot last week. Too hot.
Yeah, we about to get triple digits this week, man. You know what they say.
Damn. I mean, I went to the beach. The beach was cool, man.
Yeah, well, that's good, man. You
I was in the dirty water. I don't know if it's dirty water, but
he was out there swimming in the water.
Duckweiler, whatever.
Yeah, LA water.
It was cool.
Like, you know,
out there having good vibes, drinking wine coolers. You know, I'm not a hard heavy.
My boy said he was drinking
I was drinking wine coolers, toes in the sand and shit. You heard?
Out there sipping wine coolers.
Playing Uno.
Listen, can't beat it.
Yeah, you know, you living near the beach, you gotta enjoy the beach, right?
But listen, it's so hot out here, man. Like, you know what that means? Sundress season.
Yeah, it's coming up.
It's like, how do we supposed
Yo,
to
remember, man.
Down, man.
Deodorant. Remember, deodorant. Right? You gotta put the
Yo, but
out.
now they got full body deodorant. So, ladies, gentlemen,
everybody,
make sure y'all come out here correct with it, man.
Non-binary, male, female,
non-binary,
everybody.
He,
deodorant.
He, whatever they may be.
Yeah.
Keep your ass clean. Oh, that's.
But this getting crazy, man. You know, a lot of shit going on right now. You know, we got the Diddy case.
We got some.
They stabbing up the human karaoke machine Tory Lanez.
Tap.
They like, it's a lot of stuff going on right now.
There's a lot of stuff, you know, it is the summer.
Yeah.
You know, this is when stuff gets real murky. A lot of people start doing unorthodox things that we can't even explain. Is it the heat? Is it the heat?
Summertime is the killer season.
Summer.
What we running down first, man? What we talking about?
Man, listen, one of the things we always want to talk about and talk about the advancement of, you know, this tech we got coming out.
Well, Sony just dropped a new camera, but this is a FX3A.
Okay.
So it has some minor adjustments to the FX3 that's already out. People are waiting for the FX3 2, but we don't know when that coming out. But you know, Sony be doing their thing. So
yeah, no, definitely. And then, we got a couple of things that we just seemed like it was gonna be so impactful for the future. One of the things we were talking about here is helping paralyzed individuals walk through technology like Neuralink. Other companies are doing similar technology where they essentially drill into your brain, add an implant. This implant essentially creates that connection between your brain and your neurological system and kind of gives it at least electrical firing messages saying, get the fuck up and move again. But it's always good to see that. When do you think about that, giving people the ability?
I mean, I got like a father that's like kind of, you know.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, down on his luck because, you know, he can't do what he used to do. That'd be cool if, you know, he could use that to like get up again and all that.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's life changing, giving people that ability to walk again, and you know, even if they created this, you know, this exoskeleton, essentially giving people just a little more power and strength to walk one step at a time forward, but essentially to keep them and give them that little bit of strength to, you know, to stand around. The next thing that was on this was
the liquid robot.
Liquid robot. Are we making robots that can literally change into different forms? And liquid being one of them, the most malleable.
Man, that's just scary. That should look wild as fuck.
It is.
That's like fucking Terminator. Remember when the liquid was coming out of the Ross, but turning into little shit coming back up?
Yeah.
That's crazy what they're doing with technology. It's like, it just makes you think like this.
No, it's amazing.
It's like everything that you see in movies is possible.
So if you've seen it in the movies, that mean
they've probably been working on it.
They've been working on it. Someone's seen it, thought about it. So the tech is.
You think the aliens is we trading with the aliens or something? I heard somebody say that, like, all the technology we get, we trade with the aliens.
And that's a very interesting question.
We give them some resources and they give us a little bit of technology. I mean, I don't know if aliens are real. I think aliens are real.
Like, you know,
So it's up to you who you speak to. Who they people feel like aliens is bullshit. Some people think, you know.
Well, we still all want to know how the pyramids came about. We still don't even have tech to this day, right?
Nah,
now.
I think it was giants.
They can explain that. So
you know they had giants back in the day. The giants built them.
it's listen, the question's still there. There's so many, like, think about how advanced
Like, I'm probably a descendant of a giant. You never know.
I hear you. Me
I'm
too.
a big motherfucker, man.
I feel like in the alternate universe, I'm a general or a leader of some sort, you know, with the army. So
and then they got the air bike.
The air bike. That's
kind of
pretty
crazy.
cool.
But I wouldn't ride that. You ride that? It looks scary.
It's a drone. It's a drone shaped like a bike. You know, it's like, almost like an e-bike, but for the air. Right?
I don't know about that.
You get to and from really quick, you know, kind of a deal.
They got the robots taking out the fire, cleaning the fire out. I mean, gardening. That's grass that's taking the fire.
First of all, robots doing gardening is game changing. There's a lot of people who don't want to do gardening, right? Like who wants to?
I know my mom, she love that. She got a big green thumb.
Yeah, some people love it.
But I know she had a robot helping her.
That would be like a little pain, right?
Yeah.
She'd be like, go get those weeds. It would make her feel like
grow tomatoes quicker and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and on the flip side of that, you know, we were talking about it a couple weeks ago about the bee issue. There's a lot of bees that are slowly but surely, you know, dying
out.
And you know, we need bees to pollinate other plants to, you know, get crops. So it's definitely
you know, they're gonna come out with some AI bees, man.
And like, imagine having an AI bee. Like,
that's kind of crazy.
So they essentially now they have the ability to control the pollination process.
Yo, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all better get with it, man. AI taking over. Y'all complaining and crying about it. Yo, it's either you're gonna move with it or you're not gonna move with it. Like we said before.
You got to get on this train, man. Another cool little piece of tech here was the zipper, the self-fastening zipper. Like, can we make life any easier?
Yeah, they're making life super easy.
It's
like Back to the Future out here.
They got the quick shoe.
The Back to the Future that zipped up on his own.
The bag joints. Now they got bags. Well, something similar to it where it's a quick, easy slip in there, quick fastening. You're good to go. Like every day, you know, it's becoming more affordable and it's becoming more user friendly, and you know, it makes life a lot easier for the average person. So, like, is it helping us or is it?
Or is it making us more lazy? I don't know. I think it's both, right? Make life easier, man.
For some
we're
people,
supposed to like, you know, progress. Like, we can't just keep, you know.
Yeah, and then
I mean, I still don't feel like we should be dependent on all this stuff because one day that shit's not working, you know.
And then all of a sudden we got robots for a boat.
You can think about a lot of us. We don't know how to fucking live in the wild, and our ancestors and everybody else was doing that before. If all that shit go down,
let me ask you a question. You know how to start a fire if you needed to?
I don't think so. Damn. You know how to start a fire? You was a Boy Scout or something?
I wasn't a Boy Scout, but listen, I know, you know, the bare essentials I need to be out in the wild, starting a fire, how to fish.
I mean, I fished before, but
you fished before, but you're not a fish. Like, get a worm, put it on a hook.
I forgot what we did. I don't know. We bought bait and then we just
so basically,
hooked it on.
So 21 days.
I caught like 20 fish that day.
So 21 days. How long do you think you can last out in the wild? Naked and Afraid, like the show?
I'll be fucked.
Like, how many days do you think you'll last if you really had to do it? And you only get to pick one item to bring with you on this journey.
I don't know.
Knife, lighter, water bottle filter.
I'll bring a lighter.
Okay.
I'll fish with my hands, man. Fuck that. Exactly. Right in the water.
Jumping
like a
in
bear.
the water, grabbing fish with his own. Ah! Lord. So moving right along as far as new tech, we got batteries that are essentially liquid. And they're bendable batteries, and this is some of the stuff that runs parallel to liquid robots, making technology just seem so ever unreal. When you know, obviously you being, you know, in this industry where you're essentially using all types of batteries, what do you think, you know, a battery that can move that way would help?
I don't know, as long as the battery fit in the damn slot and make the shit work. I mean, I don't care if it could stretch shit, if it could do that, it's whatever.
So it's just cool to see.
It's cool though. It's dope.
It is pretty impressive stuff. Another one we got here is we were mentioning before is the whole gardening, and now you got holographic interactive displays. So essentially, just imagine a holographic image of you, and you're having the ability to interact with that hologram, so that you can essentially give a display or a presentation to people, or doctors can use it, athletes can use it, all types of like different companies will have the ability to use this tech. Even this young man right here out in doing in the cinematography world, he definitely has the ability to give a full-fledged display of what we should expect in upcoming scenes or tech or maybe product display stuff, stuff like that. And then the last one we had here was so it's like an exoskeleton. It's essentially a skeleton that older people use in elder care. I know elder care is one of the fields that a lot of people, it's hard. It's a very hard, and it's a very appreciative field, and some people just don't have, the skin for it. And
I remember my mom was a LPN.
Yeah.
She was lifting those bodies, people up. At one point, she was like a hunchback.
Yeah, listen. Yeah. My mom's an RN as well. I've seen her, having to roll people over to one side, wiping their butts, it all comes with with that.
So imagine they have a whole little backpack they put on that gives them the strength
to do all that stuff. Exactly.
That's kind of wild.
It makes it like so much easier, and it gives them the ability to work with more people, and and not put people in a position where
they're killing themselves to pick up patients.
Exactly. So. Yeah, that's definitely one of a cool thing that we can look forward to seeing in the future. Another cool little topic that we just came across recently was the lottery scam. Is it a scam or is it not a scam? Let's pull up this.
Went to Texas, bought 24 million separate lottery tickets in a 72-hour time frame. Ended up profiting $60 million because they won the $90 million jackpot. And Texas is now saying, we don't want to do the lottery anymore. Just shut it off. And one of them is from Tasmania. I didn't even know people lived there. And he goes by the Joker. Last month, the Wall Street Journal puts this story out. How a secretive gambler called the Joker took down the Texas lottery. This story, which you should go and read, it's amazing, goes into detail how they bought 25 million separate tickets in a 72-hour process in order to profit around $60 million. And it was all done by two guys that don't live in Texas or America. Bernard Marantelli, who was this finance guy. Then there's Zelko Rano-Gajic, who is rarely photographed. He's known within London as the Loch Ness Monster because this man's just never photographed. This is like the only photograph of him ever from 2012. These guys, they buy two separate warehouses and they purchased a bunch of lottery machines where you can print out tickets. They purchased it from this kind of failing startup called lottery.com. They planned for this for months. They knew if the lottery got to a certain number, it would be very profitable for them. So it got to 95 million. And they said, all right, it's time to go. And all of these lottery machines were in just warehouses in Texas. And they brought themselves and then some trusted people and their kids. And they just started printing lottery tickets around the clock for 72 hours. Texas politicians later likened the operation to a sweatshop. The Joker, Zelko, he funded this whole thing because obviously you need a lot of money up front. By the way, Zelko's changed his name like a billion times. So yeah, I need a documentary on it. So they ended up winning. Texas figures this out and they're like, bro, what? How did this happen? And the lieutenant governor called the cruise win the biggest theft from the people of Texas in the history of Texas. This all went down in 2023. They had lawyers that said, no, they did everything legally. And just last week, we saw that the head of the Texas Lottery had to step down. And on top of it, the Texas legislators are like, you're not getting any more money in Texas Lottery. So for the next 2 years, they're getting $0. So the Texas Lottery pretty much shut down. Also, the Joker has like these accounts in the Isle of Man, tax haven off the UK coast. And then also, he somehow has an escrow account at a Detroit law. I mean, a documentary. This is a documentary. this article goes on to talk about some other crews, some other things that are very similar. I guess there's a lot of groups that do this. It's unbelievable stuff. And I need to know more immediately. I am begging Netflix to make a documentary about these two guys who.
So
that's kind of wild, man. We gotta start. That's a scam. That's a good scam right there, man.
First of all, it's not a scam.
I mean,
it's mathematicians knowing the probabilities and the combination of numbers that can be played.
They printed all the damn numbers, all those tickets though.
They did print out all of them, but it's not a scam though. They essentially use their ability to understanding the combination of numbers, and they created this algorithm knowing that they had to spend this amount of money to cover this amount of combinations of numbers. Like, that's the cheat code, right?
So we need to get a fucking printing machine.
Well, we need to figure out the algorithm first. We need to figure out the combination of numbers, and that will determine how much money we need for the
you think Texas done with the lottery for a while, huh?
Well, they fucking bankrolled them. They fucking made sure that.
How much do you think they paid after they got the 95? Did they even get the payout?
They got the payout.
How much do you think that the money? How much it cost them to do all that?
So they said $25 million. It cost them $25 million to print out all the tickets, and they made $60 million. And they made $60 million. So
it's 20 million. You make 60 million. Right?
Exactly. It's a little come up. It's a come up. If it's 25 million, you made 60. It still costs you a lot of money, and it could have went left, but it didn't because they did their homework. So the moral of the story: do your homework.
Oh, that's dope. That's crazy. That's a nice little. They need to drop a documentary on that.
It is definitely cool. It is definitely see that.
I mean, I don't even want to talk about this guy, man. You know this guy out here trying to get attention.
Hell, I'm not even gonna do it.
Okay, Kanye West dropped a new video, you know.
Listen, we're not gonna repeat the name of the song, but it is but it is very catchy.
You gonna say it's catchy?
It is very catchy.
I mean,
and all I say, the creation.
We'll play like a little bit of the video.
Let's go for it, cause. Saying here.
That's so funny. Remember that whole shit they talking about that warehouse in K-Town?
Yes, I do. That's where they shot the video at.
Oh, that's where it is?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Dudes were out there yelling, and they were yelling, doing their whole choreographed, dance for this whole video. And apparently the neighbors were saying, hey, listen,
so this is what he was doing.
Yes, he was prepping for this video.
Oh,
yes,
that makes sense now.
Definitely. Again, can't stop the man from creating art, right? The message is very
I thought they doing whatever the fuck with people right now. It works,
Yes, the message is very jaded, but there's definitely some level of artistic contribution there that we definitely need to address. But moving right along though.
I mean, so I was on some podcasts and he was talking about, because Jim was saying nobody from his era could. Jones, when he dropped his album, he said no.
Let's play this segment real quick, because I want to hear out of the words of SP, the GOAT, the hero.
Me and Jim don't do the same thing. Yeah, I'm a bar master.
Bar master.
Technician. I've been on joints with some of the best MCs in the world. Big, Hole, Black Dog, Talib. I bar shit down. Rock M tells you you're nice. Rest tells you you're nice. Big tells you you're nice. Old tells you you're nice. Nas tells you you're nice. All these people tell you you're nice. You're fucking nice. I'm not here to make nice hooks and do dope shit. I don't knock that. I'm trying to say some shit that's gonna make your soul move. It's gonna be some shit you may catch 10 years later. Now, so me and Jim don't feel the same thing. I am a bar master.
Bar master. Yo,
there's not many people in my age.
SP, Panero,
Let's
Gold.
go sit down and listen.
Come on,
I'm
man.
a fucking library of bars, practically. I'll give you a My Life. I pull up Last Days with Biddy. I pull up Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Really good song for me. Down, got Alone in the Streets. What you don't got in Green
Alone
You don't got
in
those
the
kind of
streets.
songs.
That's my shit right there. I ain't gonna front.
A couple of them, but not 20. We gotta check.
Hey, yo, put some respect on Styles P's name, man.
It wasn't a hard song.
Y'all is affiliate.
With Fly Dudes, it was Kings. I invented the lane where niggas saying they make hard shit. Me, I forgot more dope rhymes than most people would ever make. And that's a fucking fact. I would tell you to ask kids.
Factory. All facts. Listen.
Yeah, I don't know. Jim just be talking, man. Jim, you're not on
the
Styles.
question here,
You're not on Banks level. You're not on Styles level. You're not on. I mean, you got better. I'm not gonna say Jim didn't get better over the
Yo,
years.
shout to Jimmy
Because
though.
he was going a little run. He was doing some good
Billy the
projects.
Kid.
But you're not on Styles level. I feel like Styles. Yeah, he's not no commercial hit. I mean, he has good times and he has like certain songs like that. But Styles was at one point he was dropping some Styles shit. He had the bars. I fuck with Styles.
Again, I'm gonna stand by that statement. Listen, I love Jimmy. Jimmy's definitely giving us some good classics, but when you talking about Styles P, the Ghost,
The
Panero,
Ghost, man.
come on, man. Listen, this kid he's done it for decades, but he's also doing it and he's staying in his own lane. He's never changed his style up. He's always kept it all the way Ghost, and I stood by that. So I'm gonna say that SP is definitely a better look though. But we definitely trying to see where that goes. Cause hopefully we can get some back and forth out of them. Cause Styles has been
I don't think I want to see that.
well, Styles has been kind of dormant, for a little bit, but he's coming out. He had that one song with Banks on his album, which is phenomenal. He also had another one on Excelsior with Benny the Butcher. But definitely a lot of good music,
We're still on the music thing. We they had that Red Bull freestyle with Joey Badass, Big Sean.
Hey, listen, from the bar heads out there, man. This is definitely a great little treat. Listen, I love. First of all, there was a little bit of beef there, but they handled it like gentlemen. But they showed you.
I mean, because Joey was talking spicy beginning here with the rulers.
But they still were able to talk.
Nah, but I mean, Joey was telling us I still, and now, I mean, there was like Daylight responded, and then Ray Vaughn responded.
Yeah.
And then Joey never said anything, and then now out of nowhere in his freestyle, he kind of responds while Ab Soul's there, which is part of the TDE camp, and he responded right there. I mean, we can play a little bit.
Yeah, let's go for it.
You can take your videos from good to the bad.
I feel like they all killed it though.
It's shine down, man. Red Bull Spiral. I got my nigga Ab Soul, Joey Badass. Me first, fuck it. Hey, you going over fast, but from your view you could never tell. No wonder, cause you live your life based on the carousel. You bums could probably teach a master class on taking L's. You did. If you wake up hating life, then you hate yourself. Damn, that's how you feel. You see, most niggas crack under pressure, but I'm a natural. The thing about living by the gun is you shouldn't have to. And if you can't reach for peace, I hope you have it. So a lot of y'all my seeds, I see Janae should have had you. A lot of y'all confuse self skin for having tattoos, but that's what 6 senses for, like when you had two. Plus they gon' try to discredit you when you black too. The drop James went down, but my favorite is Angie Sloan. My drive back, that bitch on cruise control like Katie Holmes. Been flipping out in this bitch since it was camera phones. Know you great when you uncomfortable in your comfort zone.
Hey,
Great
comfort
nigga.
zone.
Some niggas even put my name on their tombstone.
Yeah, your name.
Seems to me you want AIDS, but don't be one of them niggas that read the room wrong. Spit like bulimia, more than hungry, way more unique. Have power before the money. More than hungry, you know that I'm in open, so don't overdose. You wanna hold that nose like all that nose, you gotta go for broke. So I only proceed for proceeds. Been a ghost since the goatee and pound chains and Caesar hats. I even made the goat cheese. Just imagine all the other shit you don't see. I'm coming to killing, destroying, and feeling. I'm feeling the void. Tripping on people, I step on the home like I'm feeling
I
Detroit.
don't want to play the whole thing. Let's jump a little to soul.
Let's jump forward to soul for a little bit of soul, a little bit of Joey.
And I took it easy, man.
Solo.
That confidence, big bro.
Had to do me like that, man. Come on.
Come on.
Hey, man, fuck it, let me remove the cap. A lady told me, somebody told me that my career was in the trash. Something about missing my window or something. I wanted to laugh at, shattered the glass he was referring to. Cause he ain't got a clue on what I turn into when I enter the booth. Neither do I, but I do know that kryptonite is not an issue. Plus the cake will be navy blue. You stuck in the lowest lane, it ain't a murderer plane. And I'm rather faster than murder vein. Anyway, respect the gang in there, okay? Your paper thin, featherweight, yeah. And your paper thin, like you never paid. You don't pay what you wear, fuck is you even saying? Even if you was related to shower, you wouldn't make rank. On my mama, you been around and just make plank. And the rule is back, in fact, I never left. In which case, Joey, you put me in a sticky predicament. I had to show solidarity to my syndicate. So, nah, you know anybody can get it in such a way that it'll make any position conflicted. But listen, the 47 still on my tricep. Classify me skill that I'm fighting chef. Pro error the masses that ain't never incorrect. That's why. But it's still TDE till 3,000 forever. Life was heavy and rate definitely stepped. But this is hip hop, you know what's still on that. It was healthy for the sport.
Basically,
To the rules, keeping it
This is fire though. This is fire.
It's a fire song.
Nah, Joey. I feel like Joey got the.
They don't want war. Shit, I'm far down. See the caution. I spit fire with arson. They don't want war with the Martian. They sending their troops at the general, but I'm the one who absolute. They obsolete, can't compete cause I'm too elite. Trying to spark a match, but they simply lacking the heat. Blasphemy, I don't need no one to blaspheme. Charge it to the game, call that shit a catastrophe. This rule is back, they been trying to measure up. Look, my name ain't Rick, but I talk slick, no pressure love. And I ain't taking no words back, I'm with all that. This ain't got to turn to nothing else, just keep it all rap. First off, I could never hate the West Coast. With 6 niggas coming for Joe, fuck it, then let's go.
Let's go.
God, with that said on control, there's still a bunch of sensitive rappers in they pajama clothes, I guess. This ain't no East versus West, I just think that I'm the best.
Alright, too much.
Nah, we gotta go to the part we start. Shooting.
Yo, I was at the party, but I never seen a freak over. Instead of battle rap on my time, told you I would let you shine, give you space to coexist. Cause when I planted the lines, now they like getting the clips. Supernova over, then
They
I
like
keep
with
it
the
in.
clips.
With the conversation shit, every time I talk my shit, it's written in the constellations, it's script. Like years ahead, they just trying to make the shit run.
The shit fire.
It's time to date. Empty out the clip on your whole clip when I aim on. I'm catching the laterals, hit your wall at the same time. I'm the first one liner, put the whole thing. I told you about that.
Nah, so was Joey was shooting. So did his thing too, but I feel like it's Joey, then So, then Big Sean. They all killed it though, but I feel like Joey had the best verse, and then Absol, and then Big Sean.
Okay.
And it's kind of funny. Ray Vaughn already responded.
Okay.
You know, he already responded like within we could play like 2 seconds of that song. He responded already. But I'm like, I don't feel like he on Joey level anyways. You know, it sound nice and cool. He called whole era instead of pro era, whole era.
I already know you've been talking about me.
Yeah. Me and that shit, Hey, ho, is you stupid or you dumb? Poppin' niggas screaming about a 20v1. Hey, ho, is you finish or you done? We don't give a fuck where you from, where you from. Okay, what's up? Shut up. Okay, what's up? Shut up. baby teeth, you ain't even got a black yet. Fact check, we wanna see the numbers like a math test. Round Joey Brown, we gon' aim it at your backpack. Real shit, you should act more, you should rap less. Every verse has with that BBL cost. West Coast getting seasoned, now you heavy on the top. Catch him at the Staples Center, bet you I'm a spot. Goofy, don't let power get your TV turned off. Nigga, what? We been running 10 steppers, who on top then? Gucci trash bands just for you to put them raps in.
I mean, it's good promotion. Rayvon just dropped the project, the Good and Bad Dollar Menu.
Okay.
He just dropped that. I mean,
Rayvon.
perfect time to jump into something that gives some type of promotion for that project. Project was cool. I listened to it the other day, running. It was alright. But I mean, it was a cool little. But I don't think Joey gonna step out for that.
It was cool to see Joey.
Joey give him a
Big
bar or
Sean.
two. Cause he didn't even give him that much bars on that freestyle. He gave him that one little bar. He really went at daylight a little bit more.
Definitely. This is the new generation of substance rap. So
I mean, that's the shit, man. Yeah, you can hear that other shit. That shit's cool, but what I feel like people always respect this type of rap because it's hard to do. It's not easy, man. The other shit, you can put anybody in there, get a good producer, good engineer, make some certain sounds. An engineer could cook something up and make it sound like the shit that they put on the radio. So the shit will always be respected. So
couldn't have said it better. Moving right along though, a topic that was just fairly new, relevant.
Oh, DDG.
Yo, listen.
Sticky situation, man. Do you think it's true? You think he really beat up his bitch, Halle Berry? It's kind of crazy because I seen some video on TikTok. It was just kind of funny, like thinking they played like a whole run back of her talking, like random videos of her talking about being in relationships. She's like, "Oh, I'm the dramatic one. I like drama," and it's like, damn, like. But you know, DDG has his fan base that's out there finding shit. His lawyers, they on TikTok finding anything they could find
any and everything
to his defense and shit. But
I did see that she ran to trying to get sole custody.
But I think she did all of this because remember prior months back, DDG accused her of cheating on him with Brett.
Yeah.
Fires, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Then now it's like we don't know if they were in Bahamas or wherever it was. We don't know if they were together, but they were happening to be at the same time. And then he kind of, I don't know, he made that whole, we don't know what's true and what's not true. And I feel like she's just doing, in the media it looked like she's bad, like, oh, she really was cheating with Brit Fires. And I feel like, I don't want to, but I feel like DV be crazy because we could believe all women, but women be lying too, because we could see that situation with Johnny Depp, where at first we thought Johnny Depp was doing all this crazy shit, then in reality it wasn't. And women be lying too, man. So I don't know. She says she has evidence. She says she has a Ring camera. So I don't want to say that she's lying or she's not lying because why would you take all that picture stuff and wait, and then now it's a convenient time to drop the order of protection, whatever she did. What was it?
Order of protection.
So it's like, I don't know, man. And then now it's like you're using your kid against him basically now.
And I think
that's his corny
happens all the time. It happens all the time.
It happens all the time, man. I know you guys want to act like y'all want to do that, but Johnny Unite shit and like believe the woman. Oh, he probably did this. He looked like he did this. I mean, the guy dealt with a lot of women. We never heard of other women come out with history of him beating them. I feel like dudes that beat women, they have a history of doing it to every female they dealt with, right?
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know though. I'm just
talking. People respond to people differently. People have different levels of attachment to people, so people react differently. So
yeah, we'll wait for the evidence to come out, man. But I don't know. I don't trust Holly, man. I don't care. She looked like she be on some shit.
So listen, whether you trust her or not, there's a kid there.
But I'm not even I'm not no big DG whatever fan. I'm not even gonna partake in the gender wars. I feel like shit like this comes out as gender wars. Like the women are gonna jump on it, and the women are gonna jump on it, and it's gonna be gender war shit, and that's.
So to run hand in hand with that, So listen. Let's talk about the whole Rick Ross situation with DDG before we jump.
We're talking about with the baby moms on the boat. I mean, she said she was seasick. That's why she was making those noises. She was throwing up in the bathroom. That's what she said. I mean, DDG was there. Who the hell would she be fucking? DDG's in front of the camera.
Listen.
She said she was seasick and she was throwing up in the bathroom.
It sounded very interesting. And,
I mean, hey, some people, I've been seasick before. That shit is not cool. That's just, I wasn't making those moans, but that's it. That's just the worst feeling. Like, I'm not gonna say it's not a fun feeling. I was throwing up.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to get off the boat as soon as possible.
I'm sorry to say this, but I don't even know how she even gets airtime from most people. But
come on, she has a personality. Not say she doesn't have a personality.
She's got a mouthful of teeth that are just
licking the
making
shit.
it hard for her to breathe. And
No, she got a personality. I'm not gonna take that. She's funny,
bro. She's out here robbing the cradle. She's hanging out with street.
She's been funny though. Remember when 50 had her on the?
Like, and she like, how old is she? Like 50 years old, right?
Everybody out here making content, man. She making content.
50 years old hanging out with these little 20-year-old trimmers, right? Like, come on, let's get it together.
She making content, man.
Tighten
You know it's a different time, man. You know these new parents are new grandparents. New parents are not our parents or our grandparents. They're just something different.
Yo, we're the new. Yo, listen. Like on the last episode, we the new adults. So when we out here doing Drew Hills because of punishment, it's similar to us over here taking it for granted how we are the new adults. So
we could go back to what we next subject, Tory Lanez.
Free Tory!
The human karaoke machine.
Yo,
they tried Julie Caesar the men's and
fastest demise ever between Shannon Sharp.
They tried to poke him up. No, we talking about them poking up though.
Stab.
Crazy. And I heard the dude did it because he didn't like the way Tory Lanez, he had his girl come through. I don't know, whatever you see on the internet, we don't know if it's true.
Yo, what if they find out
on the internet.
Meg paid somebody to get him tapped?
I hate people trying to connect it like, oh yes, Meg. The dude that did it is locked up for killing a 13-year-old that he was involved with, molesting her, and he killed her because the girl didn't want anything with him.
Shit.
So that's the dude that you guys think was trying to get some type of revenge for Megan. He wasn't. He was just, apparently, he didn't like how Tory treated his girl visiting or something. Well, according to them, I don't know.
Too coincidental.
Yeah, it was just some random shit.
It doesn't take too much.
Man, hopefully speedy recovery for the human karaoke machine, Tory Lanez.
It doesn't take too much to say.
And then now we got what? We have let me play a video with the Tory Lanez, the whole case thing now. What's her name? The friends, what's her name again?
Kelsey.
Kelsey's coming out with her bodyguard.
Meg's own friend shot her.
Well, let's play the video. Let's play it.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do.
You see Tory get stabbed up, now you want to feel bad.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun.
Keeping it real fired on.
This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities.
Lost his life.
Case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken? Or Was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense?
That's wild, man. That's the theory everybody was saying. But I feel like I thought she was lying when because I remember when it first happened in 2020, whenever it was in 2020, right?
Yeah.
And she said she was scared to tell the doctors the police officers, that Tory shot her because she didn't want that. You remember 2020, they had the George Floyd and had all that.
Yeah.
And she felt like she didn't want anything to happen because the cops were shooting black people, this, that, and the third.
I remember that.
And that's just kind of crazy because why would you want if somebody said that at you for a couple times, why would you want to protect that person when they didn't give a fuck about protecting you? That bullet could have hit somewhere wrong and you would have been dead, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy now. I'm thinking all them fucking Rock Nation theories and all that shit is probably true. I'm not a humanitarian karaoke machine Tory Lanez fan, but I know a lot of people love him like that. I wasn't defending him now. I feel like if you shooting a chick, that's not. Why are you shooting a chick? And I'm thinking, Napoleon complex, he probably did when it first happened. But then the more she talked, I'm like, this girl's a liar. And then now, if this is true, like you sent a man in jail all over Vagina Unite. You didn't want to throw a chick in there. You'd rather throw an innocent man in jail because you're doing that Vagina Unite shit. Vaginas only come together when they want to put down a man. And they wanted to put down that man, knowing that your friend is the one that did it. And you're not even friends with her no more, but you rather protect her instead of Tory Lanez. Now this man's in jail, getting poked up.
Snap.
The man could have been out here dropping 4 or 5 albums right now by now, right? He probably could have participated in the little Drake and Kendrick Lamar diss, beef, whatever. Now he's in jail getting poked up, and you knew the whole time, well, allegedly, you knew the whole time that it wasn't him, that it was your own homegirl that wanted to take you out because you guys couldn't just be Eskimo sisters in peace. You had to be beef because y'all can't be Eskimo sisters.
Eskimo sisters.
Y'all can't be just be Eskimo sisters,
like,
man. Shit happens. Y'all had fun together with the same guy.
Fucking Tory too, and they was both fucking Tory, but they ain't like that.
I told you, Vagina Unite is sometimes Unite, but once it comes with a man could slash that shit up and the Unite shit go down the other way, unless you want to put a man in jail for accusing him of shooting you when you know he didn't do it. Now it makes it crazy because we heard the call. Saying the call probably made. Remember when he had the call? Oh, the call made he sounded guilty. This, that, and the third. And I feel like, Meg, you done already. Nobody listens.
So what is the end result here? Like, what happens? Like, let's say.
Yeah, I want to know what happens. Like,
does Kelsey go to jail now? And do we now discredit Meg Thee Stallion as an artist?
I feel like she's been down here anyway. Nobody really messing with her. She dropped the album. Nobody cares.
Is she scared now?
I don't know. What's she gonna do?
Do we discredit her?
Yo, man, God don't like ugly, man. He gonna make that shit come out regardless,
remember when she was getting interviewed by Gail?
Lying.
All lies.
Do not believe all women. Do not believe all men.
Not
People lie. They lie.
People lie.
All right? They lie. And some people, they move with their emotions. They see what their emotions see, all right? Not what actually happened, all right?
Ooh, I like that. Move in with their emotions. I like that.
You know that.
You didn't really say what actually took place. You just said
You just thought what you felt happened. What you imagined happened.
That's good.
That's probably what happened. That's what happened. Not
food for thought. But just like we all have been seeing this. I'm pretty sure we've all been.
Wait, let's do that other thing before we jump into that, because it's a little. I feel like we're gonna talk about that for a while. Let's talk about I know you can't. I already know you can't stand this person, but she had an interview recently, and I feel like they're talking about this whole trans.
Let's play it. Let's hear it.
Let's play it.
We can talk about why can the doctor tell you, why do I know that I have a male in my stomach right now? Why are they able to do that? Mm-hmm. Right? We're talking, we can go back to X and Y.
Can't have kids, though. There's a lot of women that are
I'm just saying, why are they even able to give you a gender test to tell you What are they looking for? We are different chromosomally. We are just literally different. Biologically, we are two different species.
So do you
And
believe
so
that?
it's not a behavior. It's like this person, and even if you say, okay, some women can't have children, that means something has gone wrong. In a perfect world, every woman has a womb and therefore can have a child. Things can go wrong, of course. But it doesn't change the rules. It doesn't mean like suddenly, well, that means a man can be a woman. That's crazy.
Listen, the trans argument is a easy argument to have because there's so much there's so much around the trans movement.
Wait, and we have another one. That was that one that was going viral, and then they had a.
That brought it into the courtroom, they were getting their cases dismissed for.
This is the wrong one. Where's the? I just had it. What did I do with it? And I feel like with this thing, man, I blame women for this. Y'all want to accept everybody into y'all little community. Y'all were always supporting these people. Now they're playing in your face now. They're telling you what a woman is and what isn't a woman. And if you're not a real woman, if you're this a real woman, like I feel like those y'all are the ones to blame for this, like because y'all invite these people into your circles and just support everything they say and everything they do. And then now they play in your face. They show you their ass. Like now they're telling you what a woman is, what isn't a woman. But let me find the video with the I can't even find it on this. I thought I had it, but I didn't read it. I mean, I know a lot of us don't agree with Candace, but she says some shit sometimes.
Let's not conflate it with being black. Otherwise, you have to defend Whitney Donaldson.
Well, there's no there's no defending crazy. That's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
Hold on. Because she was a white woman that said she was black.
Yeah, that's a man saying he's a woman.
Let's back up.
If you're gonna say that a man can just be a woman, why can't Rachel Donaldson just be black? You gotta be consistent.
Because she's white.
Okay, because it's a man.
No, but hold on. I get it.
I'm right.
I get it.
I'm right.
No, I don't agree. And this is not a matter of right or wrong.
But it is.
Hold on.
This one is.
Let me tell you.
Why is it Rachel Donaldson black?
Because she's a white woman.
Okay, because it's a male or it's a female.
What?
Let's not conflate it with being black. Otherwise.
I feel like it's crazy. It's like imagine somebody is anorexic, right? Mm-hmm. And now the anorexic people are like, I am fat. I think the government should give us liposuction because I feel I am fat. And we're just going with it like, all right, yeah, she feels that she's fat. We should give her liposuction even though she's 10 pounds. These people are mentally ill. We got to stop make-believing that these people are not mentally ill. And I feel like it's not helping people because we want to, make them feel okay and make them feel all right. I'm sorry, you're not a man, you're not a female. It's not compared to being black. And it's the same thing. I feel like it's the same thing as Rachel Dolezal, or whatever her name is. If she's crazy, then they're crazy.
Right? So, I think what she said in her segment about Rachel Dolezal going from black to white, it just isn't possible just because you want to identify with this color versus the color you currently are doesn't just make you that color. There are things that tied or life experiences that come one with the other or vice versa. And the way she spun it, like the way she can't just turn black is the same way
a man can't just be a woman or a woman can't just turn into a man.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. Like, you're just mentally ill. I
didn't say that they're mentally ill.
It's a mental disorder. If I think I'm something I'm not, that is a mental disorder. Isn't it? If I think I'm a dog and I'm walking around barking,
it can be
they're going to put me in a crazy home.
Yeah, it can definitely be looked at like that. You're absolutely right. There's people.
That's what it is. I feel like there's an agenda, all right? Maybe there's an agenda. I don't know what it is, but for them to be entertaining a mental illness and acting like it's real and pushing it, and I feel like it's like a hustle. The pharmaceutical companies are getting bread because these people have to take these drugs for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Then you're kind of having a race of people that don't have to have kids, if you think about it, or can't have kids.
Yeah.
So you think that's I don't know, I'm not conspiracy, but you think it's like a double hitting a bird with two birds with one stone? Population control and you're making money with the pharmaceutical.
100%.
You think that could be it? I don't know why you be pushing this. Like,
Listen,
I don't get it.
You spoke very good. You spoke very good logic behind it. So I feel like there definitely has some base there.
Because at the end of the people that push the buttons, they think they have certain agendas that they want to push. Like, they say that there's too much people on the planet. It's like you could get money and solve the population problem. But I mean, I'm not, that's just a conspiracy, whatever. But it seems logical, right?
And it's definitely making some valid sense. But
let's go to the next topic. Let's not even stay on it that long. Now, this has been going on for a while. I mean, we've been waiting for this. Casey and Diddy.
Cassie.
See, I said Casey. Sorry, Casey.
Cassie
and Diddy. I mean, we heard all this before, but now it's like replaying in our head now. Because remember the lawsuits all of us read through those lawsuit cases, whatever, and all these allegations. Now it's playing in our face. I feel bad for Cassie's husband. He has to sit in the courtroom and hear this debauchery, blasphemy, all this crazy stuff that his wife had to go through. But this is the price of fame. People want fame so much they're willing to go through the crazy shit for the possibility of fame. I know we could say, oh, Casey, why I keep saying Casey? Cassie, she was forced to do this. I felt like she was willing to do this because the reward was probably having a music career and being famous. But then again, that doesn't make what Diddy did right. But I feel like she was willing to do all of this because the possibility of being, and the perks of being with Diddy. That's what I'm telling you. Yo, the girl don't want to do what you tell her to do, man. Just get some bread. Get on your grind. A bitch will let you have other niggas fucking her if you got a couple bills. Ain't that crazy? This bitch will let you do anything if you got some money. So, make some money. Grind. Make some bread. That bitch, she ain't listening to you right now. You have a couple M's, she gonna do whatever you fucking want. Then, down the line, she gonna probably give you a lawsuit. So be careful. Don't do crazy shit like that. But she's going to do whatever you want if you got some bread. That's the crazy part.
Step your shit up, gentlemen.
Step your shit up, man.
Listen.
She ain't listening to you right now because you got no money. I need to get some money. I need to set my money up too. So
listen. When he said, have some valid points, right? Again, I'm speaking from a position of skepticism and more importantly from a vantage point of looking from the outside in. Right? Diddy and Cassie, they were together for 10 years. And when you're with someone for a long period of time, there are things that you can't even explain. There's emotions, and things that you guys go through that we all don't see. We saw her, we didn't see her on the stand, but from what we hear, she was on the stand. She broke down, and she still loved it.
Yeah, she was crying.
You know what I'm saying? She's
pregnant too, but that's one thing. She's pregnant, so her emotions is.
It's a lot for anybody.
All over the place. You got to mention that too. She's pregnant, so her hormones is crazy. Right?
It's a lot for anybody. Yeah. The details of what is like. It's starting now to, and now hearing about the details of it. She was supposed to originally.
Diddy a freak.
So she was originally supposed to get $30 million, but she ended up taking 20. So she got less than we.
She didn't get 30.
She got less, right? So
I mean, after that, she could drop a book, movie, TV show.
But if you read the context of what the stenographers are writing or texting or typing, it almost seems very amicable on both parties' parts, like they were both aware of what was going on. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. She was 21 when they first met, right? 10 years in. How many times you gonna let me piss in your mouth?
I mean, he had sex workers doing that.
How many times you gonna let a sex
Yo, man,
worker
but I feel like it
my
depends because some women or some people will say that it was a power dynamic and she had no choice but to do it. Let my broke ass pee in some bitches. I'll be in the courtroom right now. I'll be locked up.
It's almost like the Yang saying with slavery. Slavery was a choice. I know we don't want to hear it, but the reality of it is we're stronger as one, right? So if she made a choice, it was an on and off thing, back and forth, right?
Yo, she wanted the fame. That's the price of the fame. I know people don't want to. I know y'all want to do this gender war shit too.
I'm sorry, yo, listen. No one should have to endure
any of this.
Any of it, right?
But some people are willing to endure the abuse because of what they see down the tunnel.
Exactly. 10 years in, she definitely walked away with it.
After the 10 years, she was like, I'm 30 now, it's not happening for me. Now I can move on. He's on to younger things now.
She said it she said it in court, she had many girlfriends, right? But you gotta think about it like this.
They's just a freak, man.
She lived on her own. She could have left any point in time.
She was dating other people out there doing
dating other people.
I mean, yeah, he's probably abusive.
I'm not trying to make it seem like it's her fault and it's only Diddy's fault, or it's her fault and not Diddy's fault. Both of them are aware what was taking place. Yes, there was a power dynamic there, but that's a mutual dispute. That's a domestic dispute between both of them, right? And yes, she probably endured a lot of stuff and not felt comfortable enough to speak about it, but
nah, they said they coming out was crazy. Talking about she had prostitutes peeing in her mouth, she choking on urine.
That's saying they were paying attention.
Yo, that makes sense with Little Miami. Remember the Young Miami? She was talking about I had to get urinated. Yo, she was getting the Diddy treatment.
Yo, listen, man, there are some freaks
out there. Yo, these people, they'll let you do whatever you want to them as long as you got some bread. They're going to Dubai and get shitted on.
But listen, it is definitely, there is some bread in that regard, right? But there's also some people out there who are just a little far right when it comes to these sexual intimate moments. And there are some people, their orgies are a real thing, you know. There are some people that are more sexually
Diddy a freak though. Why you have the nuts? You want the nut on your fucking nipples? What is that? How you get off on that? What is that?
That was wild. But again, that's drugs. That's drugs. Someone doesn't do something like that unless they're
man, he got sick of sex, regular sex. He just wanted the freaky freak shit.
You know, they say nipples are a very erogenous area, right? I'm just saying, it is a very interesting dynamic there. I'm pretty sure there are people out there doing the same cuckold shit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's all the rich motherfuckers. The rich motherfuckers is freaking crazy.
All I'm saying to you is that don't pass judgment, but more importantly, understand that was a domestic dispute between both of them, and they're making him look like he was trafficking. And
yeah, he was just freaky freak. But listen,
what y'all doing the better with what y'all do.
You see 50's post? 50's a fucking clown.
50 is relentless, but
yo, 50's hilarious. So.
Listen, consent is always a plus, right? But let's always remember that, you know, there's people out there who are really getting it in, doing some dirty work. So let them do what they do and make the best, right? But
I mean,
let's talk about some basketball. Let's talk about basketball. Let's talk about it because I'm listening.
Pacers on to the next round.
Listen,
Cavs.
Hold on. Why the fuck did you start this with the Pacers?
I mean, they're the only one that's already on the next round.
Why we only gotta start the fucking Pacers, man? Pacers are over.
Tyrese, he showed you motherfuckers I ain't overrated, man. I'm taking teams out. This is my second year in the Eastern Conference Finals. Y'all can talk all that overrated shit y'all want to talk about. Nigga, I'm out here. I might make my first finals, bro. And it might be against the Knicks. It's kind of crazy. I thought the Knicks were gonna nick, but it's still early. I mean, who's up right now?
Boston.
It's still early, man. The Knicks could still be the Knicks. Niggas hitting me up. Oh, what about now? You Knicks fans are crazy. Yo, the Knicks are gonna be the Knicks, man. If they win, hey, that's not. I wouldn't be mad if the Knicks win. I'm from New York.
Hey,
Yes, Knicks.
Shout out Jalen Brunson.
But I wouldn't be
Jay Hart.
But the Knicks are gonna be the Knicks. That's why I just know.
I know.
All these years of growing up, Knicks was
New York.
always the Knicks. They'll be right there, and then they'll fumble the shit.
That's why I'm not cheering yet.
I feel like y'all niggas is just like the Mamba said, job not done. Y'all niggas talking like the job is done already.
The job is not done. Let's not pull Atlanta Falcons where they were celebrating at halftime and lost.
Y'all niggas gotta wait, man. I mean, Denver lost yesterday, but I think that's going 7.
Denver
going 7. But what the fuck happened to
Denver
Porter?
lost last night.
Yeah, but I still think they're going 7. I think they're gonna win. Yeah.
Oh man.
It's 3-2 right now. They're gonna win the next game. They're gonna be home. They're gonna be in Denver.
We shall see. All I'm saying is,
And,
put it like this: whoever wins Denver, OKC,
you think they're winning the chip?
That's gonna be the MVP. Whoever, so and Denver.
Nah, it's a season. They shouldn't do that. It's a season.
Regular
It's a season no more.
Regular season MVP will be determined on who wins that series.
Nigga, Joker had a great game, but they lost.
They did.
Fucking Porter choking. He dropping 3 points. Like Porter, they need you right now, bro. What are you doing?
I don't even know. You know, they got.
And then what we got, Timberwolves. I think Timberwolves gonna end that shit. They're not winning without Curry. And all they had to do is win one game and stick it up
Curry's
to 6.
back. Curry's back. It's in game 6.
Yeah, there's only gonna be game 5. They're up 3-1.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is true. I didn't even think about that. So,
yeah, and I don't think
they're gonna try.
I don't think Anthony Edwards not playing with these motherfuckers. He's about to send
No, but I think they're gonna definitely push for him to be back by this game though.
But yo, what do you think about the first pick? You think that was a rigged?
Yo, shout out to Coop Flag. My boy, they got so much love for this kid. His love.
They want a great white hope again. They got one.
Yo, kid's a phenomenal. He's generational talent. Kid's good. He still has some iffiness in
Now, but you think it's rigged that Dallas gives away their franchise player and they get the first round pick?
100% it's rigged. Come on, man. We've all figured out now that it's what we want. This is what we want to see. So they got to ring. They got to change the game up.
I feel like everything's rigged to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I feel like like if you're the underdog, you gotta blow the team out. If it's a close game, they're gonna do certain shit to make sure the favorite wins.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I feel like that's how it is.
Anything that they can pre-adjust.
Yeah.
It's definitely rigged. So
y'all down by 3 seconds left, 4 seconds left, and you down by 1. You get fouled. They're gonna look the other way if you're the underdog team. You know what I mean? But
yo.
So who's your finals prediction? Who you think gonna be in finals?
Finals prediction.
Boston, you fucking disappointed. I mean, it's still not over.
Drum roll! New York.
Oh, you're bugging.
Versus Denver.
I still got Denver coming out the West.
Denver versus New York. That's my fucking final too.
Then that means Joker's getting another ring.
Yo, listen.
If that happens. I don't know. I'm not throwing all in the Knicks. I don't know. They lost to the Pacers last year. I feel like they lose to them again.
Wait, that is true. I forgot we got one more game in the Eastern Conference before we gotta play Pacers. And you know they want Halibut. Halibut is an industry.
Yo, he nice, bro. Stop. Stop hating
nice
on him, bro.
I know dudes right now who's better than him.
No, you're lying.
Halibut's garbage. He's not like that.
No, stop doing that. He's showing us. He's showing us he's like that. What do you mean?
This dude has.
I gotta get you a jersey.
Yo, you know what? You know what? They have showed us that they want him to be the face of the league.
They do not want him to be the face. Anthony Edwards is the face of the league.
Dude comes to the game in an F1 Formula car with puffy pants. He's from
Indy. They play for Indiana, bro. That's where they fucking race those cars, don't they?
Yeah, but you know what? Shout out to Indiana being the worst team to ever watch or be a part of. Like, who wants to go to Indiana?
Whatever, man.
Come on, man.
They ain't see the
ain't nothing out there. It's boring. It's cold. Come on, man. You gotta just give up this series, all right? Let New York win. Let's get our game, head of the game, and think. Do we want to win? Do we want to win?
I mean, that'd be crazy for New York if the Knicks win, but the Knicks are gonna be the Knicks, man. That's all I know.
I'm not gonna say it yet. One more game.
Job not done. When the job is done, you can talk about that shit y'all want.
But you know what? All I gotta say.
Nah, it would be nice if it was Timberwolves and the Knicks. Because remember, they traded Randall. And Randall been balling.
That would be cool to see Timberwolves.
And what is the little white boy from
DiVincenzo.
Yeah, I know he'll go hard if they play.
DiVincenzo's nice.
He'll go off if they play the Knicks in the finals.
He be talking real fly. I cannot.
But I still think it's gonna be Denver. I might say Knicks, man. Denver, Knicks, or Denver, I don't know. Because Celtics, y'all probably I can't stand the Celtics, but I thought y'all coming out the East.
Jaylen Brown stepped up because of Tatum.
Yo,
shout out to JT, man.
Yo, yeah, Tatum, man, speedy recovery, man. We don't want to see that.
Yo, listen, we're getting this. We're seeing this every day for what it's worth, and more importantly, we still gotta show love. Just gotta show love. Regardless of.
You know what it is, man. We see you on the next episode, man.
Showing love!
Yo, Cassie, we love you. Diddy, we love you. Tori the Human Karaoke Machine, we love you. Holly, Haley, Black Mermaid, we love you.
We love you.
DDG, we love you. Well, we gotta talk some shit. We gonna talk our shit, you know?
Showing love regardless.
Show love regardless, you heard?
Next time.